Hello beautiful people, welcome or welcome back to my channel. My name is Oluchi Imoh, and on this channel we talk about cake business. I also do talks on personal development, story time. I do story time tutorials on vlogs as well, and you are welcome. In today's video we'll be talking about getting inspirations for your cake designs. Now I know that this is not a very common popular topic, but it is something that I know would be of benefit to you, and it is something that I know will be of help to you, especially if you're new in the cake industry, or if you've been in the cake industry but you are still struggling to find your unique self when it comes to your creative designs, when it comes to being creative with your cake designs, when it comes to thinking outside the box. If this is something you're interested in, then you definitely want to stick around, because I'll be right back. Welcome back. So I'm going to be sharing some things and some places or things that can help you, or ideas that can help you with inspirations for your cake designs. Now, like I said in my intro, we struggle sometimes to find our creative or that unique thing about our own cake designs, and you just don't know how to go about it. You're tired of replicating designs, or you're tired of just copying somebody else, you're tired of just doing things that you really do not like, that do not represent exactly what you want. Now, if this is something you struggle with, you just want to pay close attention, because I'll be dropping some gems in this video. The first thing I'll be talking about is the client's brief. So you can draw inspiration from the client's brief. This is very, very basic, and this is something that we don't really have issues with. So a client comes to you and gives you a brief, sometimes not so detailed, sometimes very detailed about what they want. When I mean detailed, it could be like the person is specific about the colors. I want royal blue, or I want baby blue, or I want powder blue, or I want sky blue, and I want the cake to be this shape. I want the cake to be a square shape. I want it to have touches of gold. I want it to have a little black. I want it to look like this. I want it to look like that. I want it to write this and all of that. So that is a means of you drawing inspiration for your cake design. Now, this is something that you shouldn't struggle with. This anything that you're not clear about, when a client gives you a brief, do well to ask your clients. Ask them to be sure of what they mean. If they just state blue, I like to go deeper. I like to go further and asking them, what shade of blue would you like, so that I don't make mistakes. Or I get samples online and then show them, and they pick the particular shade that they want, so that both my clients and I can be on the same page. Now, this is something that is very clear, and we'll be going right into the second point. The second point is the theme. And now this applies majorly to children's cakes. It could also apply to cakes for men and cakes for women, but majorly children's cakes. So if somebody says, I want a Barbie themed cake, you know that of course Barbie colors are pink, white, gold sometimes, and then depends, but this is the major color. All right, when you see a Barbie themed cake, you know that it's pink, white, gold, black sometimes as well. So you know this is what I'll be working with. Sometimes they will not really go into detail. They'll say, I want a Barbie themed cake, 8 inches, 10 inches, and then you can run with that, check that thing, or have an idea of, so that you have an idea. You can even watch the movie. If it's something like a PJ Masks cake, you know that they usually say we go into the night to save the day, and majorly PJ Masks themed cakes are blue. They go into the night to save the day, so it has an element of a night feel, so it has an evening feel. You know how they jump all around the place from building to building, trying to fight the enemy and all of that. So you want to put an element of them going around, like have buildings around, or maybe somebody jumping, one of the characters jumping, or one of the characters in motion, something like that. So you have the moon, there'll be elements of the moon, and then maybe the villains, I think they call them villains. So you have the characters, maybe a villain somewhere. So when you put these things together, they will come out beautifully nice. If you know how to airbrush, then this is a major big plus for you, because then you can airbrush and work with different colors, ranging from a blue to royal blue, navy blue, and then black. You can just have color gradients, or you have different shades of colors. Yes, it's gradients. You can just have a gradient, flowing all through your cake, and that will be creative. You also have elements of stars, shimmery details, and all of that. That is how you think. Now, if you do not have an idea of what the animation is about and what the movie is about or what the particular cartoon is about, then you want to maybe watch a series, maybe you want to watch an episode so that you have inspiration to just flow. I've done that a couple of times. So you just watch and then know what it's all about, so you know what to do and not just do something out of the blue. So that is it for children's cakes, for themed cakes, especially for children. For the girls, for Barbie, you know this is it. If it's for Peppa Pig, you know it has a colorful, you know, feel to it. You know that they live on a hill. You want to incorporate that hill effect. You know, they have a house. There's a particular house. Their yellow, is it yellow colored or mustard colored house? They have that house. And then you have Peppa Pig. You have, what's her brother's name? Oops. You have George, then you have mom and dad. Now you want to put all these things together. I want to put flowers. That is how you think, majorly from what the animation or the movie is about. You draw your inspiration from there and come up with something nice. Now, there is no hard and fast rule to this. Some people even do colors that are off the theme of the cake. It depends on how your creativity flows, and it depends on majorly what you want. So do not tie yourself in a box. Feel free to explore. Your design might just be the trending design of the day, maybe on the net or something. So don't tie yourself in a box, but this is the way you can draw inspiration for your themed cake. Now, the third thing I'll be talking about, which is very important, very interesting to work with or to draw inspiration from, is Pinterest boards. I mean, there's a whole lot of inspiration there, and I'm trying to create a board on Pinterest as well, so you can follow me as well. They follow me on Pinterest. Okay, now there are different designs, like you'll be lost for choices. So with this, I usually can go online, check, except for example, I'm looking for a lady, a wafer paper, for example, I'm looking for a wafer paper butterfly themed cake for a lady. I will just type in, ensure that you're using the correct keywords. If you don't use the keywords, it might be difficult for you to actually get what you want or what you're looking for. So you can just type wafer paper butterfly cake, or wafer paper cakes, or wafer paper flower cakes, wafer paper butterfly cakes, anything you're looking for. Use the right keywords and you will get a variety of choices. And now it doesn't mean that you should replicate exactly what you're seeing there. You can borrow inspiration. So for me, I would usually look at, when I type in such keywords, my keywords, I would be presented with a variety of designs, like, you know, and then I can look and see, oh, this is a common theme, this is what is trending, this is what I want it to look like, oh, this represents more of what I want. And with that, you can pick from 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, blend it together and come up with your own design. That is how you can draw inspiration from Pinterest. Or you can decide, oh, I want to do something close to this, but I want to tweak it a bit and come up with something that is signature to me, or something that is unique to me, or something that is, you know, my own design, or that flows better with my own taste. Pinterest is such a great resource, and if you're not using it, why are you not using it? You should be using it because it's a great way for you to up your game when it comes to creativity. Look, there are so many new designs, trending designs, designs that will blow your mind. You can start from there and begin to build on it. All right, it's not a one-off thing. You look at it, build on it, look at it, you keep building on it, and that way you discover your own unique skills, you discover your own unique style, and you discover your creativity, your style of creativity when it comes to cake designing. So go Pinterest. The fourth thing I'll be talking about is real life objects or things around you, like things in the environment, things like your fabric, your clothes. So I could decide for a summer cake, I want to do something like I have here. So I put that, you know, palm trees, put beach effects, and put some shiny, you know, not shiny, put the sun, put things that would, you know, that like the blue sky you can see. I think it's very okay that I wore. It's just coincidence. I didn't mean to wear it, but you know, no, I didn't mean to use it as an example, but it just blends really well and comes in really handy. So you can decide you want to put the blue sky, you can decide you want to put the palms and different things, you know, waves, beach sand, and all of that, things that we typically represent summer. If you're doing a summer themed cake, or if you're doing a summer themed birthday cake, or if you're doing a picnic cake, something along those lines, you can get inspiration from paintings, graphic designs, flyers, posters, pictures, fabric. You can get inspiration from where again, have I mentioned tablecloths, from wedding dresses, wedding gowns. You can get designs, you know, those lace designs, those lace textures. You can get inspiration from your environment, from stones, from objects. basically, if your mind can think, if you can look, we are, I don't know where I heard this saying, but our minds are kind of elastic, so you can stretch it. You can stretch it, you can think and think outside the box and come up with your own unique style, your own, you know, signature design, something that is peculiar to you. And now in all of this, it doesn't mean that if I see a painting, it doesn't mean that if I see a painting, I will just go and get everything. I want to replicate everything. So sometimes it might not be that easy. So if you can replicate, if you're a pro, you can replicate what you see in a painting on a cake, kudos to you. But if you cannot, you can just pick an element in that design, probably like the color scheme, or probably like a detail on the painting, or like an embossed flower, something out of it. You can pick it out to your design and then work around it, do some other things. That's why it's good that you have a variety of cake techniques at your fingertips. That's why you need to learn. That's why you need to go for classes. That's why you need to watch videos so that you can upgrade and you have lots of techniques that you can put together. Look, cake designs is just the basic putting together different techniques and having this flow, you know, from one to the other. So you need to learn and then put these things together. From fabric, from lace fabric, you can get inspiration from couture, you know, fashion. There are fashion inspired cakes, food inspired cakes, different things. This is how you can get inspiration from things or from real life objects around. Now the fifth point I'll be talking about is abstracts. It's abstract designs. You can draw inspiration from abstracts, you know, abstract things or designs. Or how do I put it? You understand what I mean? So those things that look like they don't have any form, they don't have any particular flow, they don't have any particular reading, they don't have any particular, you know, shape. Things that when you look at it with the ordinary eye, it really might not make sense, except you see it from a, you know, from a creative point. So I know people like that, even in Nigeria here, that do abstract cakes. I know 2 particular bakers that do that kind of cake, that do abstract cakes, and it turns out fantastic. It turns out really well, and I'm wow. They just use different things to work. One particular person, her cake usually doesn't have a particular shape. So it can look like a rock. It can look like a rock. If you check on Pinterest, you see those kind of cakes. And the other one, just, I don't know how she gets her inspiration. She works with paper flowers a lot. She just does different things, and at the end of the day, it comes out looking nice. But there is no particular rule that this person followed. There's no particular thing that this person followed. Some of these abstract designs, people just put things together. You mostly see them when it comes to textured cakes. I've done a few of these designs as well. You see them with textures. People just begin to do different textures, different arrangements, and all of that, and it comes together. But you have to have a high skill level, and you more like a pro skill level, more like you're a pro. So when you put all these things together, they come out looking like a beautiful masterpiece. Now these are some ways that you can get inspiration for your cake designs. One more thing I'll be adding to it, or one more bonus point, is from other people's designs. Okay, so not from other people's designs basically, but your customer or your clients can come to you and say, I want you to replicate this design for me. I want exactly this design and all of that. If you're the kind of baker or the kind of cake artist or decorator that replicates, that doesn't have issue with replicating, that's fine, all well and good. But if you're someone that doesn't replicate, like I know someone here who has in their bio, I think there are 2 running the business, they have in their bio, we do not replicate cake designs. So there are people that do not replicate designs. If that's your kind of style, you can talk to them to allow you do your thing, or that you can replicate, or that you can, you know, do something close to what they gave you, but you want to tweak it a bit. They should allow you to tweak it a bit. They should allow you to do something. Sometimes even when customers come to me with my own designs, I ask them to allow me just tweak it a bit. I suggest to them, let's do it this way, or am I free to do something else, but something close, or am I free to do something totally different so that it's nice? I'll do something nice and beautiful. But you should be able, you should be able to convince them and let them know that it's not just going to be a waste of time. It's going to be something close to what they want, or even better. Now these are some ways that you can get inspirations for your cake designs. I hope that this video has been of value to you. It's been of great help to you, and I hope that you would like this video, comment. If you're yet to subscribe, please subscribe to my channel, share with your friends, share with those in your caking communities and those in your cake groups. Until I see you in the next video, stay happy, stay safe, and stay blessed.